Senator Lidia Thorpe has received a lifetime ban from a Melbourne strip club, which raises the big question, shouldn't the Australian Parliament at least try to match the standards of suburban strip joints? I mean, even strip clubs have standards. Lidia Thorpe's behaviour now precludes her from entering a venue where women strip naked on a pole, but is not so bad that she's precluded from sitting in federal parliament deciding public policy. The independent senator for outrage was filmed at 3 a.m. abusing a group of men outside Maxine's Gentlemen's Club in Brunswick at the weekend. The club's general manager, David Ross, said the problem started when Senator Thorpe began harassing his clients.
She was being argumentative and approaching some of our European heritage clients and telling them they'd stolen her land.
Well, you've got to feel for the clients at Maxine's. I mean, it's got to be difficult to enjoy a lap dance while being paraded for stealing Aboriginal land. That's kind of a mood killer. Maxine's advertise that they, quote, showcase the most glamorous girls. Well, they can now add, and if you're really lucky, a rampaging federal senator. According to the club's website, Maxine goes out of her way to provide a fun, laid-back nightclub environment. It's anything but a typical strip club, the website boasts. Indeed, typical strip clubs don't include the option of having your genitalia mocked by former Greens, now independent Senator for Victoria, Lidia Thorpe.
You know what I say? You know what I say to you? You know what I say to you? And you?
You're a racist
penis.
Tom.
Oh, penis.
Can you imagine the outrage if a male politician was caught mocking women's genitalia? He would be shamed out of Parliament faster than you can say, Peter Slipper.
Because I believe that given the controversy which has occurred in recent times, that it's in the interests of the Parliament that I should take the course of action that I have personally chosen to take.
Peter Slipper resigned as the Speaker of the Australian Parliament after text messages revealed he had used coarse language to describe women's genitals in an exchange with a former staffer. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, come on, James, Senator Thorpe will surely realise her conduct is unbecoming of an elected official and so will do the honourable thing and resign.
What kind of person do you think I am?
Right, so she won't be resigning then. Anyway, having penis-shamed men outside Maxine's strip club, Senator Thorpe then proceeded to racially vilify the men because, well, it was that kind of night.
All I want to say to the black brothers there, and anyone that we're fighting, any black man that stands with a white little like that, you can all get too. We've been oppressed all our life in this country, and you let this little dog...
You can imagine the outrage if a white politician was filmed speaking that way to black members of the public.
Is that racism? Is that racism?
Yes, Senator, yes, it is. When you refer to Caucasians as effing white little C's, that's a pretty clear example of racism. Now, I know what you're all thinking. She's mocked these guys' genitals, she's racially vilified them, but she wouldn't go even further and threaten them, would she? I mean, she's a federal senator. Federal senators don't go around making threats and trying to intimidate members of the public.
What kind of person do you think I am?
The kind of person who goes around making threats and trying to intimidate members of the public.
You are marked.
So we've got a federal senator who confessed to having been in a relationship with a former member of a bikie gang, telling members of the public they are marked. It's ironic, you know. Only 8 weeks ago, Senator Thorpe was telling the ABC that she needed to be protected from threats and intimidation.
I think that the Parliament failed to protect me. If we go back to Jan 26 last year, I've had the far right threaten me. There's been subsequent threats publicly by this far-right terrorist group, and I think that that's just the reality of what it's like for a black woman in a public space who's got some power.
And what of the reality of what it's like for Caucasian members of the public who want to enjoy nothing more than the simple pleasures of a pole dance without being marked by a black woman in public who's got some power? To say that Senator Thorpe is familiar with controversy is a little bit like saying Jimi Henderix is familiar with the guitar. Now, time doesn't permit us to play you her top 10 hits, but we've done an exclusive poll, by which I mean I've made an executive decision, and we've come up with Lidia Thorpe's top 3 greatest hits. Coming in at number 3, her outrageous pledge of allegiance when she holds a defiant fist in the air as she joins the government.
That I will be faithful and I bear true allegiance to the colonising Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Senator Thorpe.
Coming in at number 2, her forced removal from Sydney's gay and lesbian Mardi Gras after she attempted to demonstrate that no one, not even the LGBTQ community, are bigger victims than her. And coming in at number 1, Senator Lidia Thorpe flopping to the ground and then scurrying away on hands and knees after attempting to interrupt a Let Women Speak event outside Parliament House. But back to the events outside the Gentlemen's Club in the early hours of Sunday morning. It took an anonymous strip club patron to ask the question every journalist should have been asking from the moment Lidia Thorpe entered the Senate.
You can all get f***ed too.
How the f*** did someone get in Parliament like you?
Good question. Would somebody please give that guy a job in the Canberra Press Gallery? Senator Teflon brushed aside the latest controversy, saying, "It's sad people are utilising whatever they can to drag me down when we're trying to discuss important issues in this country." Well, if people are trying to drag down Senator Thorpe, they are utilising her own behaviour. As for being dragged down, when even a strip club decides your conduct is unbecoming, well, you're already at the bottom.